Yo, what's up, everybody? This is episode 10 of the 910 Voice Pod. I'm your host, D Dave, joined by co-host T Dub. How you living, man?
Good, man. Living good, feeling good. Yeah.
We're gonna start it off rip. Kevin Durant, one of the top 10 greatest players of all time, traded the Houston Rockets. The deal was KD to the Rockets, Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, 10th overall pick in the draft, and 5 second rounders, all back to Phoenix. What's your thoughts on this trade, man?
Man, I like the trade. It's no secret that Houston, I mean, they traded a lot of picks, but I mean, they got picks for days. And like, they kept Sengun and they got their point guard Fred VanVleet and they got that boy Amin Thompson. Oh my gosh, bro. That's a dangerous team. Like, and now they got somebody they can get a ball to in the fourth quarter. It's like, hey, bro, just go get us, buckets, and they'll get stops on the other side. Like, no matter what. Like with Amin Thompson on the court like that, he's they got a good team. I like it. And Phoenix, I mean, on their side, I think obviously they're not done because I mean. Jalen Green isn't going to play beside Dylan. I mean, I said Dylan, Devin Booker, but I don't really care about Phoenix. But Houston though, I like the trade for Houston. Great trade by them. Great move by them.
I think it's a good trade for both sides, honestly. You spoke on the Houston side. I feel like the Houston side's pretty obvious. But for Phoenix, if they want to build with Jalen Green and Devin Booker, they have that option. Or if they want to package Jalen Green, maybe take more picks, or maybe get more rotational players, they can also do that. I feel like Dylan Brooks, he could be a good fit in Phoenix, or he could get traded as well. Maybe flip him for some picks.
I think they're planning on moving Jalen Green, if I'm not mistaken. I'm more than
I
positive.
haven't heard that. I haven't heard that concrete.
Yeah, not
Because I mean,
concrete.
it's a slim chance that they can make him work, but if they make it work or if they flip him, I mean, still a good move for Phoenix. Because if they would have sent Durant to Minnesota, Jalen Green's more talented than anybody that would have been in that deal from a basketball
Yeah,
standpoint.
yeah,
I'm not saying he's a better player than anybody, but
more
from a
talented,
talent
sure.
standpoint.
Like his ceiling is higher.
Also, with all them second round picks, granted they can't trade second round picks for a star, but the picks plus a player could get back somebody of value for them. So I mean,
All right, it was
it's a
this.
rare good trade for both sides.
You know what? Yeah, let me stop being just biased to like what I like because I didn't speak on Phoenix's style only because I said I don't really care about Phoenix. It was a good trade for them because they do have a lot, like you said, like a lot of movable pieces, a lot of the stuff that they can do. I mean, obviously, like their guy is Devin Booker. I think he's pretty much the only person that's like safe in Phoenix right now. Honestly, I can see them like moving a lot. I mean, they can't move Bradley Beal, but that's just because of no
If
trade
I say
clause.
Brad
But
Bill's untouchable for the
yeah.
wrong reasons.
But yeah, they just kind of wash their hands of that situation. That's just what they got to do. But they do have a lot of breathing room now, and um, I think they can make some moves, make some good moves. I don't necessarily see them going the route of seeing if Jalen Green and Devin Booker can play beside each other because you have to build like some size around that, like some size because. And it's Jalen Green, you have to play him more at the point guard position. But the thing is, he played kind of like Devin Booker in a sense, just not as efficient. But they're both not really like ones, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of depends on what Phoenix think Jalen Green could become. I mean, he's still got a lot of potential. He's still young.
Yeah.
D-Book, he technically ran point guard last year for the
It
Suns.
wasn't
It wasn't
good.
terrible.
It wasn't terrible,
Yeah,
but
it didn't result in winning
yeah.
basketball, but it's hard to say if that was on him or not, or if it's just because the team from 3 through 12 was terrible.
I don't think that was on him, but I will say Devin Booker at the two beside Chris Paul looked a lot more comfortable. And I hate Chris Paul, but he is a true two guard. Like, but that's no knock on him. If he get the ball in his face, he don't really have to worry about getting other people's shots and stuff like that. He's like probably just to go get a bucket. I think that's where he's the most comfortable and that's where he's the most effective for winning. But him at the point guard, like I said, it wasn't terrible. It just didn't contribute to winning basketball. I mean that, but they also had no depth in nothing.
Well, we won't really hash on this for long, but anytime I get to shit on the Miami Heat, I don't know where the thought was that Miami Heat can get Kevin
Yeah,
Durant.
fucking retarded.
I don't know where everybody sees they would have to offer Tyler Hero. I don't understand the
Or
obsession with Tyler
Bam.
Hero. It is like if you trade Bam out of bio for Durant, who is he? He's better off just staying in Phoenix. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
just replacing each other.
The downfall of Miami Heat. They sold for the big three, and then those fluke runs with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
All right,
Fluke
so
runs
tonight
is
we're
crazy.
fluke runs. So we're recording this before Game 7. T Dub was on this same pod. He said OKC is 6.
I did.
Obviously, Game 7's happening in 30 minutes. What's your predictions for the night? I just want to say it's nice to have it on video where I said Pacers in 6 or Oak City in 5 or
For
7.
seven.
I'm gonna flip though. I'm actually flipping tonight. But I just want to see what you got. I'm assuming you're taking the Thunder for the MVP.
I'm gonna take the Thunder for game 7, and I think it's been a series of adjustments. But I will say, okay, because like, so here's the thing. Neither one of these teams have lost back-to-back games in the playoffs until OKC gave the Pacers back-to-back losses because they had to muscle up when it mattered to get, win, get home court advantage back. Other than that, I think it's been a series of adjustments. And if it follows that trend, just going into now, I think OKC will adjust from they got obliterated in game 6. So I think that they'll make the right adjustments and they'll come in like they're young. I feel like, just like the Pacers got that dog mentality, they've been fighting all, year long to get to this point. I'm not gonna sleep on OKC's, willingness to like put some effort forward because like I don't think that they came this far just to, to back down. But I do think it's gonna be a good game. And I really hope for OKC's point, because I'm picking OKC, if it gets into a defensive battle, they got it. But if it gets into who's going to score more, the Pacers got it because the Pacers just have the ability to shoot better. OKC can't shoot for shit. They gotta score off turnovers. That's the only way they're gonna win.
I respect that. I think it's gonna be a very ugly, low scoring first half. If I was a betting man, which some people say, yo, I would take the under on first half points. Guys play tight.
I think they're gonna
Guys will be
fight.
afraid to make
Yeah.
mistakes. The guys that want to like we may see like 10 3-point attempts in the first 20 minutes of this game. I think like everything's gonna be just drive to the basket, try to get free throws, try to get guys in rhythm.
Even the Pacers?
But yeah, I think both teams gonna play tight. It's always every time it's an elimination game, both teams play tight. Because you gotta think if this game comes down to one point game, 2 point game, everybody's gonna think about that play in the first quarter, that play in the second quarter. Coach is gonna be like, oh, guys, we're gonna play our game, guys gonna play freely, but you can hear that at halftime. I think in the first quarter, maybe the first 1.5 quarters, that it's gonna be a very tight. I
So
can see the first quarter being like a 20-19 type score.
do you think this could come down to coaching?
I mean, subs maybe, but I don't think there's no game plan that they can implement now that it wasn't implemented in the first 6 games of this series. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, OKC should have won game 6. Like, why do we save it for game 7? But
No, I mean I was
we'll
just
see.
saying like because like a lot of people have said that Rick Carlisle is the better coach, and like if it came down to like any type of coaching, like down the wire, like Rick Carlisle got the edge, and they just I ain't gonna lie, I heard a lot of now OKC is the favorite in Vegas, and for betting people,
Yeah,
OKC is the favorite,
mine's like 250.
but man, Pacers, bro, they got it. All I'm saying is OKC got to win it. I was done doubting the Pacers like before. I mean, I know I said OKC in 6, and I know I
You
said
picked
the other Pacers,
OKC.
but I wasn't doubting the Pacers. I was just saying like OKC was gonna play and be the best team ultimately in the end. That's what I was saying. I wasn't the Pacers, but I mean, here we are, game 7. Only reason why I gave it to OKC in 6 still was because they muscled up and got the back-to-back games. So I thought they was just gonna be like, yo, like let's not play with our food. These guys are too hungry, too good. Let's just go ahead and get them out of here. But they came out lack of effort, and it was what it was. Jalen Williams with a 40-point bomb and then a negative 40 plus minus.
Worst plus minus in NBA Finals history.
It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna
I
be
think if you're Coach Mark, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if
got
you're Coach
to
Mark for the Thunder, the message is simple. Hey, we've been the best team since October. We have the MVP. We have the better players. Let's just play our game. We'll beat them. We just got to play hard 48 minutes. If I'm Coach Carlisle, hey, nobody believed in us. Everybody in America thought sweep or they thought Thunder in 5. They was gonna win 2 games, 3 games. You know what I'm
everybody in
saying?
America that was saying sweeper 5 is crazy. And
I'm
you
not gonna say 5 is crazy. I mean, this team almost won 70 games.
I'm saying 5 is crazy only because of the Pacers like coming alive in the playoffs. I never thought they were gonna beat them in 5 because
But yeah,
they've been playing too good.
if I'm Carla, I'm like, nobody believed in this. Nobody believed in this, man. Like, hey, all the pressure on OKC. If
The
the
pressure
Pacers
is
lose,
on
they're supposed to.
OKC.
If the Pacers lose, they were supposed to lose. Like, hey,
I ain't gonna lie
but
to you. That's one way of looking at it. But I'm just curious to see how Mr. Tyrese the moment Halliburton responds too, because is this is the biggest moment, the biggest stage.
he's not going for like 2025.
I
I
know
can
he's
tell you that
not
right
going for
now.
2025. Hey, he could though.
If he do, the Thunder definitely loses this
Yeah,
game.
if he go for 2025, Thunder, whew,
But can like Andrew Nemar have like two or three threes? Can Neesmith have 3 threes? Can Siakam have 25? Can Miles Turner hit 3 threes? Can TJ McConnell have a 12, 15 off the bench? Can Obi Toppin give you 10? Like that's how they're gonna beat this Thunder team, man.
Listen,
I know everybody all year said the Thunder bench was better than their bench. A lot of guys can't even name who's on the Thunder bench, if we're being honest about it. Like Isaiah Joe is a good player, you know what I'm saying? Alex Caruso's a good player. But some of them other guys, when the lights get bright, there's a
no
reason them big
shows,
leads was shrinking. There's a reason them big leads was shrinking.
no
You
shows,
know what I'm
man.
saying? Like it's easy to score when we got SGA on the floor, but I think that's a conversation nobody's really talked about. That's why you and I are here to have those conversations.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting.
I think people was acting like the Thunder's bench could just go start on like 30 other teams or
Yeah,
29
no,
other teams, and that's not the case.
it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. I don't see a blowout.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't see a blowout either, but not because of offensive reasons. I just think guys going to play very tight in the first half. All right, we got it on video. T-Dub, OKC. I'm gonna just keep riding the Pacers, man. I mean, the Thunder should win this game, but the last game 7-1, the Warriors was favored, and we saw what happened.
Had to bring us into our
Let's,
next topic.
last time the whole team was favored at game 7 in the finals, did not close. So let's see what happened tonight with OKC. That was also a historically great team. That was arguably the greatest team of all time. They broke the record for wins. So if
All right,
they
bro. All
showed
right, bro.
it,
All right, bro.
just talking numbers, just talking numbers.
You
That team had a unanimous MVP. And people talk about Shea. All right, so we get to the draft, man. We get to the draft.
ain't Shay unanimous?
Today's topic.
No, 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 no,
No,
no,
no.
no.
Not the way Jokic is playing this year.
Yeah, Jokic is out of this fucking world.
Today's draft, heartbreaking sports moments. So I tried to back out the very last second to just do favorite sports moments. We'll do that for another video. T-Dub, what is your, I guess, most heartbreaking sports moment as a sports fan?
Well, cat's out the bag now. The Warriors 3-1 finals. I mean, it hurt.
Can we say 3 games is a moment though? Like what's the moment? I guess game 7's just the Kyrie
Kyrie
shot
hitting
or
the
LeBron
shot,
block.
bro. No, no, not Kyrie hitting. Well, okay, two-way. I'm gonna do two-part. Iguodala throwing
Aren't you
up
know we need a wide open for a layup?
the most blasphemous layup I've ever seen in my life. Instead of just bringing the ball back out, bro, and getting
Or go straight up.
yeah, or he could have just went straight up. I don't know why he clutched it and then threw it kind of like over the back of his head. Like he wasn't. I don't think he was gonna make the layup, and he didn't get fouled. Bad layup by him. And Kyrie just ultimately hitting the shot. Like, and then Steph, he couldn't buy a bucket at the end of that game. But I do think that if they would have just brought the ball back out, or if he would have went straight up, they could have. I mean, hell, they could have ran out the clock and did a little something, bro, and probably got a better defensive set. But yeah, that hurt. That hurt. Game 7, Warriors blowing a 3-1 lead. Kyrie shot, man.
I think for me, as a Carolina guy, you see the necklace. Chris Jenkins, game winner at the Marcus Page, hit arguably the most toughest shot in Final Four history. And then Chris Jenkins come down wide open because Isaiah Hicks don't know how to guard the trail, man.
That shit hurt so bad.
Villanova national champions over Carolina,
Best shooter on the team
wide open
walked
from
into
like 10 feet from behind the 3-point line, walked into it. Dude out there looking like lethal shooter the way he shot that thing.
that shit hurt so bad. That shit hurt so bad, bro. I'll never forget that game, man. I was watching that with my granddad, and the sheer joy that went through my body when Marcus Page hit that three. Like I was like, he made it. Like now all they gotta do is get it stopped, cause like he threw up a wild ass three, bro. Like I was like, oh,
He
this
double clutched it.
double
He
clutched
double
it.
pumped.
Threw it in, and it was deep, bro, and it hit. And I'm like, okay,
Contested.
let's bro, let's get this stopped. Me and my granddad literally is watching this man walk down the court. We was like, hey, the trail, the trail, the trail. I mean, they can't hear us though, but we like, hey, the trail, the trail, the trail. Like, so if we see it, how they on the court and they don't see it?
Point guard handed it right to him. Point guard turned around, handed it right to him.
It was like,
Crazy.
whoa, like,
Crazy, man.
is that Villanova's win or North Carolina's loss? Like that, he shot a warm up three to end the game, and he's the best shooter on the floor at the time. Like, that hurt. I ain't gonna lie, this got me more amped than the motherfucking go to state.
What's your second moment?
My second moment is go with the Panthers, man. I knew we was gonna lose that Super Bowl when Mr. New did dive on that ball. That was just kind of like my defining moment. I was like, yeah, it's over. We got all the way here.
15-1. 15 and
We
1 that
got all
year.
the way here
MVP.
just for lack of effort. Nobody could catch that night. Cam Newton, he seemed like I just wanted him to put on his cape, but it seemed like when a lot of drop passes happen, he just kind of lost the wheel. But I'm like, no, like this is when we need you to be Superman. Go win us this game. I ain't gonna lie, I had a conspiracy theory. I was like, did we really think they was gonna let Peyton Manning lose?
I was about to say to this day, the Panthers lost so bad, not from a blowout standpoint, but they lost so bad that to this day we still talk about that being a conspiracy theory. Like there's conspiracy theories about like the Black Panther couldn't beat the White Broncos, stuff like that. Like Peyton Manning holding the MVP trophy, even though Von Miller won it. Because like Peyton Manning didn't they didn't kill the Panthers. The Panthers defense held
Yeah,
up.
it held up.
The Panthers offense didn't come to play.
Nothing,
Yeah,
absolutely nothing.
guys couldn't catch, guys couldn't block, guys couldn't run.
Everybody was dropping everything. It was no, like you said, no blocking. It was the run game.
No
It,
pride,
it
man.
just
No pride.
they didn't look like a 15-1 team. They looked like the Panthers from this year. All right,
Like Cam Newton, the most confident man on the planet that whole season. And then the biggest night of his
it
life.
just
Yeah.
it looked like he genuinely looked uninterested after like it started going side. It didn't start going sideways, and he was like, "Yo, like, all right, we finna like get back out there and go crazy. Like we not finna lose like this." No, it looked like he fell to the like, "Hey, bro, well, we ain't got it tonight. You can't have.
We ain't got it.
It's not that no, we ain't got it. This is the Super Bowl. We if we don't have it, we gotta go get it."
So I'm saying.
But they were just uninterested, bro. And Cam Newton, I didn't expect that from Superman, bro. But that hurt.
We'll keep it on football, man. I remember against the Packers, Dez Bryant, touchdown, man. This was the year of destiny for the Cowboys. Year of destiny, man. DeMarco Murray, great season. Romo, great season. Dez Bryant, great season. And they was like, I'll be damned if the Cowboys leave Lambeau Stadium. If they leave Green Bay with a Dez Bryant like game winner. So and then the fact that 4 years later NFL came out and said Dez caught it. It's too late now. I mean, that hurt bad. Man, I don't even watch the rest of their playoffs. I don't know what Super Bowl that year. 2014. I think that was the I think it passed beat the Seahawks, but it's just like, man, that is rough. That is a rough way to lose like the end of the season, man. What you got third, man? Oh my bad, my bad.
I was gonna say I'm not a fan of the Cowboys, but my granddad's a huge fan of the Cowboys. I've been watching that game too. I didn't even like the Cowboys at the time because at the time I was on my Eagles behavior and I was like, fuck the Cowboys. Like I don't care what y'all do. But when me and my granddad saw Des Bryant catch that ball, we were like, "Oh, that's good." We celebrating. They reviewing. I'm like, "Nah, they taking too long."
It's like what was it to
I'm,
review, man? It was just
yeah. I'm like, they taking too
obvious
long.
Vegas.
They taking too long in this review. I don't like this, man. I feel like they finna go against y'all. And they said he dropped it. I was like, oh,
They said he did not maintain like control of it before
I
he could
was
feel
like,
it.
what? He did
They just
form.
make it up. They make it up terminology. They make it up terminology as we speak.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. That was y'all year. I can honestly say that was the Cowboys' year, and y'all got robbed. Romo should have a ring. Damn. My third moment though, I had my third moment. Lost it. Thinking. I said the Warriors, said the Panthers, and I lost my third moment. I should have wrote it down. Wrote it down. What's your third moment?
Kendall Marshall breaking his wrist. So I don't know if you remember his team or not, but we had Kendall Marshall, Reggie Bullock, Harrison Barnes, John Henson, and Tyler Zeller. Really, really good team in Carolina. We would have won the national championship. This is 2012. And Kendall Marshall broke his wrist, man. And of course, AD and the Wildcats goes on to win the national championship. But I genuinely, to this day, 13 years later, I think that Carolina team could have beat Kentucky if Kendall Marshall was healthy, which is crazy because we're not talking about Kendall Marshall as being like an all-time great player. But that Carolina Marshall was the engine. Like he was the reason why everybody got set up. He made everything look easy from a playmaking standpoint. And when he went down, it just went to like Barnes carry us. And that wasn't Barnes' game at that time or to this day. But with Kendall Marshall, man, it's just crazy thing about Kendall Marshall, man. Like,
I remember Kendall
very
Marshall, bro.
underrated guy,
Yeah,
man.
he was
That's like
good.
elite ball knowledge right there.
He was
He was
good.
good at Carolina, man.
Good. I'm sick, bro. I'm real mad that I'm drawing a blank on my third moment. I had my third moment right there and I lost it. And I don't want to just say some BS. Oh man.
I mean, why you think about that? There's some other moments too where like heart. I mean, it's not heartbreaking, but when LeBron had 51 in Game 1 of the Finals, and they had that weird J.R. Smith situation,
I mean, that was a
that is a
heartbreaker for
tough
me.
loss. That's a tough loss. Durant tearing his Achilles against the Raptors. Like the Warriors would have probably won that championship.
I was
You
gonna
know what I mean?
say that, but I think it was something else. But that did hurt me like as a Warriors fan. When Katie went down, man, I was like, ah. And then just to double up to this day,
And Klay Thompson got hurt too.
I don't will never understand why Klay Thompson went for a dunk. I will never understand that. I just that's not his game. I don't know. He's trying to get his team high. I mean, they wasn't even at home, so you wouldn't have got the crowd hype. What do you just go lay the ball up, man? Come play defense.
Spurs fans, Ray Allen in the game tying shot, that three.
That hurt them.
Crazy moment for Heat
That didn't
fans,
hurt me
but hurt
either.
moment for the Spurs.
That didn't hurt me either.
What else do we have? If you're a Falcons fan, you're up 25 points.
Yeah, that was terrible. Am I
You're up
frozen?
25 points. I would have ran that ball flat, man. Not flat, but I would have pounded it to death, man. I'm
Yo,
like, no,
am I frozen?
gonna wrap this up right here.
You can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. We're gonna wrap this video up right here because the game's about to start within 15 minutes. Until next time, T Dub. I don't know if you can see me or not, but see you later, man.
All right, y'all.